This is Carl at National RV Detroit. I'm going to walk you through this 2024 Super Lite. And it is model number 233ML. And it is a StarCraft. Okay, so this is a how-to video. It's not a floor plan video. I'm just going to show you some of the features and how they work, okay? So obviously we have regular scissor type stabilizers. They work with a 3/4 inch crank. So you know, while you're over here, there's a quick connect right here, so you can add a grill or griddle to the LP system right there. You have a water spray port. This comes with a coil sprayer. You have power here, power awning with LED strip along with outside speakers. This is obviously the furnace vent here. This is a front door going into the bedroom right here. The other one goes into the living area. So this has a it's pre-wired for a backup camera on the back wall. Plus it has one of these on each side here for side cameras. So this is a Furrion camera kit. It would be a 3-camera kit. Now you can, if you're interested, you can get just a single camera kit if you want it, which is the backup camera, or you can get the 3-camera kit, whichever one you want. But it is an option and it's pre-wired, so all you have to do is plug and play, basically. So if you're interested, it's a Furrion backup camera kit. We carry them here. You can get them elsewhere. But these front running lights are designed for to accept the camera kit. Okay. All right. You have a hitch here. It's a Husky centerline weight distribution hitch with built-in sway control. All right. While we're in here, this is your crank, obviously. 3/4 inch crank. Plus you get this, which goes into, it's 3/4, but it'll go into a grill. And then these are that's your coiled sprayer right there. Okay. This right here is a kill switch for your battery. So if you wanna shut it down, you can do it right there. This is the solar controller for your solar panel. So I don't know how well you can see it in here, but basically it's telling us the most important thing is that temperature is 50 degrees, 13.6 volts, right, in your 12 volt system. So you have 13.6 volts, and it'll come around again and it'll tell us how many amps we're gaining. 4.1 amps are being converted from sunlight into electricity and stored in the batteries. So those are the two most important numbers that you get from this controller, although there are several different, you know, like I said, temperature and things like that, amp hours, but the voltage in your system as well as the amount of electricity that's being created from the sun are the two most important. Okay, so that's the solar controller. Okay, so you have two LP tanks. You have a power tongue jack right here, as a hitch light plus up and down. Now, I showed you the 3/4 inch crank in there plus the 3/4 inch grill attachment, or I'm sorry, drill attachment. You can use either one of those on this power tongue jack. If it happens to fail, you can pull this rubber plug right out of the top here, put the crank on there or the drill, and just operate it manually in an emergency if you have to. Just so you know, you can always use it manually. Okay. Deep cycle marine battery. There's your other camera mount on this side. Dump hose. Okay. There is your gray and black tank flush, or not flush, but dump right there. You can see the gate valve handles there. You put your dump hose right on there. Okay, so this is a 30 amp system, so you get a 30 amp 30-foot cord. We also give you a reducer to reduce that down to a 20 amp, so you can plug it in at home if you need to. to pack up or that sort of thing. Here's another dump valve here. Okay. All right. Your furnace is right here. I'm sorry, not your furnace, but your water heater is right here. Seem to be having a hard time here today. Okay. So this is your water heater. This is your anode rod and drain plug. It's out right now because this trailer is winterized, so there's no water in the water heater. All it's dry. There's an electric heating element that's behind this cover here. There's a switch inside to operate that, and then there's a gas burner. So you have two ways to get energy. Two different types of energy you can use. You can use natural gas, and you can use campground electricity. So, or both. So I'll show you the switches to operate that when we get inside. The thing to remember now is never run the water heater without water in the tank, because right now it's empty because it's winterized. So when you're getting ready to camp in the springtime or summer, whenever, just make sure when you put that drain plug in, you also refill the tank before you turn on the electric element or that gas burner. Okay, that's important. All right, so now back here, this is your water station here. So basically, you see you have a valve right here. Right now it's horizontal. You can see it horizontal there. It says tank fill. Then you can push it. You can twist it vertically. Vertically is the most common way. If you have your hose hooked up to here, your city water hose, and it's in the vertical position, it's city water. So it'll just send water to all the fixtures, and your plumbing will work normally. Now, if you're camping someplace that doesn't have city water hookups, let's say you're boondocking somewhere, well, in that case you can pre-fill the fresh water tank by turning it to this position, and you still have the hose on here. You just let it fill up, and then when you get to the campground or wherever you're camping, you can turn on the water pump, and you can pump the water out of the fresh water tank, and everything will work. All the plumbing will work as though you have city water. You'll just be pumping it from the tank. So two options there. Your sprayer hooks up here too, and this is your black tank flush, right? So you can flush your black tank out. So if you open your black tank valve and leave the valve open, like it states here, right here, do not use the tank flush valve unless the termination valve is in the open position. So you always want to have it opened up before you turn the water on. But you just hook the hose right there, the dump station up, turn it on, and you'll flush out your black tank, and it'll clean off the sensors so you get good reading, that sort of thing, okay? And that's just cable TV and satellite through right there, okay? All right. If you're on backup camera kit, you can, like I said, you can use the single kit and just have a backup camera, or you could use the three-piece kit and have the cameras on the side. If you're interested, like I said, we do sell them here, and you can get them here or elsewhere, but it's the Furion kit, so keep that in mind, okay? You have a ladder to get on the roof, which is great. It makes it easy to inspect the roof. The manufacturer states you should inspect the roof every 90 days. So you want to look at the sealant for cracking or separation where water could get through. You want to look at the roofing materials and roofing attachments, make sure they weren't damaged by low branches or road debris, anything like that. So it should be part of your regular maintenance, checking out your roof. You can't see what's happening on the roof unless somebody goes up there, so it's important for someone to take a look. Okay? Okay, let me shut the music off here. He's got it. He's got Black Sabbath or something over here. Okay, there we go. So, here we are. So over here is your control panel. See, we just came in the door here. There it is right here. So you have your slide room right here, in and out, and then you have your power awning in and out right here. Never leave the awning out unattended. If you're not going to be at the campsite, roll it in. Okay. You have your lights on here. Turn your water pump on here. The water pump's used to pump water out of the fresh water tank if you don't have city water. It's also used to winterize the trailer. Then you have your 2 switches for your water heater. You can run it on gas like that, or you can turn on the electric heating element right there. Never run it without water in the tank, of course. And then you have your batteries charged. Black water is empty, gray is empty, fresh is empty. So it graduates up in 1/3 increments as they fill. So that's how you keep an eye on them. Okay. Okay, here's your keys. This must be key to light here because this has a few keys, but I'll put them right here. So this device here is your power converter. So what this does is it converts AC to DC power. So as long as you're plugged into shore power, you'll have 110 AC at these circuit breakers here, and they're labeled, okay? And then the power will be converted to 12 volt DC on this side, so you got 12 volt fuses here and 2 breakers, and they're all labeled right there, okay? So it converts AC to DC, and it's also a battery tender, so it'll sense how much energy your battery up front needs, basically, and as long as you're plugged in, it's going to send as many amps necessary as to keep it charged. So it'll see how many amps are in the battery, and basically it'll determine how many amps to send up there, going by that. So when you're pulling down the road, your tow vehicle's alternator will charge your batteries through the tow line. When you're plugged in to shore power, your power converter will charge the battery, and then when you're just parked or going down the road, whatever, your solar panel will charge the battery as it can, depending on the conditions outside. Okay, so 3 different ways to charge your battery. That's the battery on the tongue, of course. Okay. So let's see what else we have here. Your microwave works like any other microwave. Your range hood, fan is here and light is here. To light your, let's see if he's got this on here. You have your sparker. You turn this clockwise to spark it. You have your three knobs here for the 3 burners, and then this one is for the oven. It's very simple. You just go like that. The oven is a little different. There's a pilot light all the way at the back here. So you're just going to put this to the picture of the pilot light and depress it. Then spark it. After you see it light down here, you still hold in for 10 or 15 seconds longer to heat up a thermocouple, and you'll go to temperature, and when you shut it off, the flame goes out, but so does the pilot light. So you have to relight the pilot light each time you use the oven. And then you have, of course, oven light and just ambient blue light. Always travel with this shut. Alrighty. Now this is a 12 volt DC refrigerator. So keep that in mind. It runs on 12 volt DC. This one, I think the doors open both ways. Yes. So they open both ways. Okay. Your tabletop, you can pull the legs out. You can set the tabletop onto these 4 cleats here. You see them around there. And use the back cushions and turn this into a bed. Alright. You have a sound system, and there should be, I didn't see the, oh, here they are. This is your TV remote here, and then this is your JBL remote here for the sound system. So just roughly, the JBL, it has Bluetooth, so you can stream wirelessly through your phone or your tablet. It has a USB drive, so you can stream from your from a USB stick. It has 2 speaker zones, A and B. A is inside the trailer, B is outside the trailer. AM/FM radio, so it has pretty much everything you need. And then, of course, the TV is on a swing-out bracket. You can see how it latches into place. There's a strap there, so make sure you always strap it into place when you're traveling. Okay. All right. This is a carbon monoxide LP gas detector. It should always be green like it is. If not, get it serviced. So, your thermostat is pretty much you worry about the mode button. Most of all, you're going to hit the mode, and it's going to go through the AC or fan or furnace, whatever. Try to always, if it gives you a fan speed option, always use auto if they give you the option, and you're just going to poke through it. In order to get it turned on and off, there's kind of a delay time, so you want to hold your finger for just a little bit. Let's see if I did that right here before I speak so confidently. Aha. Well, I'm not sure on this one exactly what's happening with it, so, oh, there we go. Okay. So now it's turned on, obviously. You go through the mode button, fan, dry, auto, cool, and furnace. Right, so today fan speed is 0, so that would be typical for the furnace. Like I said, if they give you an option, use auto. You can set up arrows and down arrows, right? So pretty much does everything you need. It's got 2 zones on this one in either zone 1 and zone 2, I suppose, on this one. Sorry, I should be more on top of this particular one, but it's relatively new. You can always download the app for it right here using this code here, this QR code or whatever it's called. So you can get the app for it if you want to. There's also an app for the solar controller. I showed you the solar controller up in the front compartment. You can get the app for that also. So keep that in mind. Now, let me see if I can get this to shut off here. There. So as soon as I did that, the flame went out. Right? It'll still cycle through. I don't know if you can hear that or not over the camera, but it's still running, but the flame has gone out. So it'll still cycle through, so it'll run for a minute or 2 longer after you shut it off. But as soon as you shut it off, the flame goes out, okay? All right. Okay. So you have a powered seats. Obviously the back and the leg rests are powered. You have chargers here, so you're in good shape there. This folds up and out of the way if you want to sit 3 people there. Okay. Sink and the shower work like any other sink and shower. Okay. This is a GFCI. Just remember that all the plugs in the trailer are wired through a GFCI. Probably this one. There might be 2 in this trailer, but for sure there's one obviously right here. So even the plug on the outside is wired through interior GFCI. So if you're using something outside that pops, you'll still reset it in here. Okay. The toilet works like all RV toilets, travel trailer toilets, in the sense that it sits right over a black tank. It has a foot flush right here. So when you get to the campground, you hook up your power and your water, of course. Then you're going to put a dose of chemical right in the bowl, and you'll stand on the pedal and hold it down till you put at least a gallon of water along with the chemical into the black tank below. Once you've done that, you're ready to use it. If you don't do that, that's considered using it dry, and it will get clogged up, plus it'll smell really super bad. So you always want to make sure you got chemical and water in there, at least a gallon of water and a dose of chemical before you start using it, okay? Alright, of course, vent with a fan. Alrighty. Now this is got a backing plate here. If you want to put a TV bracket here, there's hookups there. The door, of course. You've got some storage underneath the mattress, underneath the bed. This is your emergency escape. You just go like this. Let's see if we can get it to go through now. There we go. You push it all the way through, then you grab a hold of the screen by grabbing that tab and pull out the screen, and you can escape in an emergency. Alright. And then you have more storage in here, which is unusual for a travel trailer to have this extra storage, but there it is. It's neat. Okay. I think we've pretty much got it here. Let me look around a bit You know, I'm kind of disconnected here today, so let me see. Okay, I think that about covers it. So just remember, well, first of all, let me thank you for purchasing your trail here at National RV Detroit. Remember to inspect your roof every 90 days. It's important to understand what's happening up there just in case it needs attention. You're just protecting your investment. Also, it's in winterized right now, so it's set for the winter. The water's been purged and replaced with antifreeze. The water heater is bypassed and empty right now. Just make sure you refill it before you start using it again, okay? Okay, thank you very much. Any other questions, you can talk to us when you come to pick it up after you watch the video, and we'll go over anything we need to go over with you, okay? Thank you.